As we get older, some of us start to notice a mystery starting to form around the belt line. A bulge that wasn't really there before. One can usually ignore it for years, perhaps even buy bigger clothes to attempt to conceal it. At some point, some of us decide we will at least try to do something about it. It's usually not fun, but it's responsible. Like coming home on a Friday after school and doing your homework right away so that you have the rest of the weekend to just party. I've been doing the Insanity Fast and Furious workout for years. Not that I think it's the best workout or endorse it or anything like that. Here's me doing it. Notice the lack of smile of any kind and the slight look of fear, anger, loathing, and sadness brewing in my eyes as I count down the minutes till it's done. But when did workout videos start? I won't go into the reasons of perhaps why we as a species might have started working out, as that is a whole different topic in itself. In the 1960s, workout records started to hit the scene. 1964, Debbie Drake released How to Keep Your Husband Happy, which was basically a recording of instructions on how to do the moves and exercises with music kind of wandering in and out. Aside from so many things wrong with the title, which is another video altogether again, it's nothing amazing. A handful of other workout vinyls were around also, including Isometric Exercise, How to Exercise Without Moving a Muscle. An isometric exercise is a form of exercise involving the static contractions of muscles without any visible movement. I'm sure it's hard work and all, just the guy on the front doesn't really give me the impression that it works. It wasn't until the 1980s that Jane Fonda hit the scene with Jane Fonda's workout book. The book was #1 on the bestseller list for 6 months and was shortly followed up by Jane Fonda's workout vinyl and finally the motherlode, the Jane Fonda workout. The VHS was huge. It launched a whole series of 22 workout videos, boasting over 17 million units sold. Some of the revenues from Fonda's exercise empire financed the Campaign for Economic Democracy, a national government sector lobbying association founded by her then-husband, Tom Hayden. Also known as the CED, they promoted solar energy, environmental protection, and renters' rights policy, among other things. Fighting the good fight, eh, Fonda? This is another reason why Jane Fonda rules so much. Fonda 2024? Anyways, where were we? Home workout videos caught on like a love potion at the flu season dance, and everyone seemed to have the answer for how to get slim and lose the pounds in a few short weeks. Richard Simmons' Sweatin' to the Oldies debuted in 1988, launching another half dozen or so in the series. Simmons started in 1974 with the opening of Slimmons in Beverly Hills, an inclusive fitness HQ that still stands today and focused on catering to the needs of overweight, obese, elderly, and disabled people. Buns of Steel was released in 1987 by the Meyer Group. It starred Greg Smithy, who was a Chuck Norris lookalike, sorta. B of S was a single-shot video that launched the Blank of Steel series. Abs of Steel was released in 91 and starred Tamale Webb. It was perhaps the more known of the series and heavily saturated infomercials and late-night television. Tony Little's Target Training was another one I remember from the 90s. It was featured on Amazing Discoveries, an infomercial show that was on when nothing else was. Watching Amazing Discoveries was slightly better than turning off the TV, and if asked, I couldn't say why I watched it when I was a kid. Little also tossed his hat into the ring of the ab wars of the mid-90s with his take, the ab isolator. The ab rollers were introduced in 1994 by Don Brown, who owned a small chain of health clubs in New Jersey called the Exercise Gym. Exercise starting with a capital X. The ab roller boasted over $1 billion in sales worldwide. However, this was quoted from the ab roller website, so who really knows? The Abflex was invented by Martin Vanderhoeven in the early 90s. Martin holds more than 36 patents on shit and had made over $800 million in sales by 1997 from the Abflex alone. I kind of remember the commercial. It was the one where the guy lays down and gets the bricks smashed on his chest. The 2000s saw even more workout empires erected. Tony Horton's Power 90 via the fitness firm Beachbody in 2001, and the follow-up P90X in 2005. P90X consisted of personalized athletic regimens, diet and supplements, and was endorsed by Sheryl Crow and Michelle Obama. In 2006, Denise Austin's Bootcamp Total Body Blast began wrecking new recruits left and right. Bootcamp was a combo of punches and kicks, as well as high-intense cardio aerobics that would leave even the most in-shape Mortal Kombat character huffing and puffing. A few years later, in 2008, Jillian Michaels' 30-day shred hit the scene. Lose 20 pounds in 30 days or something. Michaels was the original trainer of the reality TV show The Biggest Loser, which had debuted October 2004, although I've never seen it. Shawn Thompson submitted a demo to Beachbody, which would later be released as Insanity in 2009. It was termed the hardest workout put on DVD. It featured high-intense interval workouts combined with stretches and diet and supplement suggestions. I gotta confess, I've usually turned it off once the workout is done. I don't think I've ever actually watched to the end. I'm sure it's great. Thank you, Shawn. There are tons more, but in the interest of keeping this segment to a watchable length for non-workout enthusiasts, I'm just going to call it at that. The Public Health Agency of Canada and the Canadian Society for Exercise Psychology both recommend adults age 18 to 64 get at least 150 minutes or 2.5 hours of moderate to vigorous, intense aerobic physical activity per week. Other places, such as gyms or workout magazines, or your buddy that's super into working out, suggest that isn't enough to keep the healthy heart, and 45 to 60 minutes 4 to 5 times a week is more the sweet spot. Working out is hard, and selling the solution to make it easy is worth big money. Doesn't mean all the gadgets and videos and such don't work for some of us, but I think you should find out what works for you and start there. Genetics can play a huge role in what shape your body is, and only change if you feel it's something you really want to do. It's technique! It's technique!